There are moments inside the royal family that generate headlines, and then there are moments that quietly reveal a much larger reality. The recent wedding celebration involving Peter Phillips, the son of Princess Anne, appears to fall into the second category. On the surface, it was simply another royal gathering. Senior members of the family were present. The King and Queen attended. The Prince and Princess of Wales were there. Other royal relatives appeared united in public view. Yet for many royal observers, the most significant detail was not who attended, but who did not. Before you go, if you enjoy thoughtful coverage of the royal family, especially the latest updates on Catherine, Princess of Wales, and the future of the monarchy, please subscribe and support the channel. Your support helps us continue bringing balanced royal news, analysis, and exclusive stories from behind palace walls. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. The absence of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle immediately became a talking point across British media. According to commentators and royal insiders, their absence stood out precisely because the event represented the kind of family gathering that once formed a central part of Harry's life. Weddings, holidays, celebrations, and informal reunions were once opportunities for royal cousins to reconnect away from public duties. This event appeared to symbolize something very different.
It highlighted how far Prince Harry now appears to be from the family circle he once belonged to. Reports discussed claims that Harry may have felt excluded watching family members reunite while he remained thousands of miles away in California. While no official statement confirmed those feelings, the broader discussion touched on an issue that has followed Harry since his departure from royal life. Separation from royal duties also meant separation from many family traditions, and for some observers, the wedding served as a visible reminder that the monarchy continues moving forward, regardless of who is no longer present. But if this gathering revealed Harry's distance from the royal family, the next chapter may reveal why that distance appears deeper than ever. As discussions surrounding the wedding intensified, attention quickly shifted toward one controversial question. Was Prince Harry absent because he chose not to attend, or because he was never invited in the first place? That distinction became central to the debate. Several royal commentators argued that claims suggesting Harry voluntarily stayed away simply do not align with the broader reality of his current relationship with many royal relatives. According to reports referenced by royal experts, Harry has had limited contact with certain members of the extended family for years.
Peter Phillips himself has reportedly maintained little communication with Harry since the Duke of Sussex relocated abroad and stepped back from royal duties. If those reports are accurate, then many observers believe there would have been little reason to expect an invitation in the first place. From that perspective, the issue becomes less about personal choice and more about the natural consequence of years of distance. The discussion also highlighted another challenge. Any appearance by Harry at a major royal gathering would likely generate enormous media attention. Instead of focusing on the event itself, headlines would inevitably center on family tensions, reconciliation rumors, and questions about his relationship with Prince William. Some analysts argue that organizers may have preferred to avoid creating a distraction from the celebration. Whether that interpretation is correct remains uncertain. However, what is clear is that public speculation continues to focus on Harry's place within the family. And as that debate grows, another unresolved issue from the past continues to fuel questions about his future in Britain. Few symbols better represent Prince Harry's changing relationship with the monarchy than Frogmore Cottage. Once viewed as the Sussexes' permanent base in Britain, the property became a powerful reminder of their connection to royal life.
Significant renovations were completed during the period when Harry and Meghan remained active members of the institution. At the time, Frogmore appeared to represent stability, belonging, and a future inside the royal framework. That perception changed dramatically following the release of Harry's memoir and the growing public tensions between the Sussexes and the rest of the family. Eventually, the couple lost access to the property. Reports indicated that King Charles decided the arrangement could no longer continue. For many royal observers, The decision was interpreted as more than a simple housing matter. It was viewed as a symbolic turning point. The loss of Frogmore effectively removed what had been Harry's official royal residence in the United Kingdom. Commentators continue to debate how significant that decision remains today. Some suggest Harry viewed Frogmore as a vital connection to Britain and to the life he left behind. Others argue that consequences were inevitable following years of public criticism directed at the institution and family members. Regardless of perspective, the result remains unchanged. Without Frogmore Cottage, Harry's position inside the royal landscape appears fundamentally altered. Yet while attention remains fixed on Harry's past decisions, another story is unfolding about his attempts to re-establish a stronger presence in Britain. Recent reports suggest Prince Harry remains interested in maintaining stronger ties to the United Kingdom.
According to royal commentators, there have been ongoing discussions about Harry's desire to spend more time in Britain and potentially establish a more permanent base there. However, the circumstances surrounding any return appear dramatically different from the role he once occupied. Observers note that Harry's upcoming charitable appearances and public engagements could place him back in front of British media on a regular basis. These activities are expected to focus on causes he continues to support, including veterans and charitable organizations. Yet critics argue that such appearances inevitably create comparisons with official royal engagements carried out by working members of the family. This has led some commentators to describe the situation as an effort to rebuild influence outside the formal royal structure. The challenge for Harry is that visibility does not automatically translate into reintegration. Public appearances may increase his profile, but they do not necessarily resolve underlying tensions with senior royals, nor do they restore the position he previously held within the institution. As a result, Harry finds himself navigating a unique situation, highly recognizable, globally influential, yet increasingly separate from the monarchy that shaped much of his identity. And while Harry faces questions about his future role, attention is now turning toward another royal issue that could have major implications for the future of the monarchy itself.
Beyond family tensions and personal relationships, a broader controversy is beginning to attract attention across Britain. Increasing scrutiny is being directed toward royal finances, property arrangements, and the privileges associated with royal residences. Recent discussions have focused on how certain members of the royal family occupy historic properties and how financial arrangements surrounding those estates are managed. For critics, the issue centers on transparency. Questions have been raised about rental agreements, maintenance costs, and whether the public fully understands how royal properties generate and distribute income. Defenders of the monarchy argue that many of these properties require extensive upkeep, and that revenue often contributes toward preserving historic estates. Nevertheless, public expectations are evolving. Increasingly, there are calls for greater openness regarding financial structures that were once rarely questioned. What makes this debate especially significant is its connection to the monarchy's long-term future. Analysts argue that public trust depends not only on tradition, but also on accountability. As society changes, institutions are often expected to demonstrate greater transparency than previous generations demanded. Some observers believe this challenge may ultimately shape the next era of royal leadership.
And at the center of that conversation stands Prince William, whose approach to modernization is already attracting growing attention. The question now is whether he represents the beginning of a fundamentally different monarchy. While public attention often gravitates toward Prince Harry and his relationship with the monarchy, another story has been developing quietly behind palace walls. According to royal commentators, Prince William has become increasingly focused on protecting the future stability of the institution he is expected to inherit. That responsibility extends far beyond ceremonial appearances or public engagements. It involves identifying potential challenges before they become full-scale crises. Recent discussions surrounding Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie have highlighted this concern. Reports referenced by royal analysts suggest that William has been particularly attentive to controversies linked to financial transparency and public perception. While neither princesses has faced formal accusations of wrongdoing, questions raised in the media regarding connections to business activities associated with Prince Andrew have attracted scrutiny. For William, the issue appears less about assigning blame and more about preventing future complications. Royal experts argue that William understands something that previous generations may have underestimated. In the modern media era, perception can be just as important as reality.
Even unanswered questions can create lasting damage if they remain unresolved. This may explain why reports suggested efforts were made to encourage greater transparency regarding financial matters connected to extended members of the family. Whether those efforts were accepted or rejected is ultimately secondary to the broader message. William appears determined to ensure that controversies do not become inherited burdens. Because as the future king, he knows that every unresolved issue today could become his problem tomorrow. And that realization is shaping a very different approach to leadership. For decades, King Charles prepared for the throne while navigating a monarchy rooted in centuries of tradition. His reign has focused heavily on continuity, stability, and preserving institutional structures that long predate modern politics and media culture. Yet many observers believe Prince William views the future through a noticeably different lens. Royal commentators increasingly point to a generational divide in how the two men approach public expectations. Charles belongs to an era when royal authority was rarely questioned directly by ordinary citizens. William, by contrast, has spent much of his adult life under relentless media scrutiny and within a society demanding greater accountability from public figures. That difference matters. It influences not only how each man communicates, but also how each understands the relationship between the monarchy and the public.
Analysts suggest William recognizes that future support for the royal family cannot rely solely on tradition. Instead, it must be earned through transparency, relevance, and visible public service. This does not mean rejecting the monarchy's history. Rather, it means adapting that history to meet modern expectations. Increasingly, William appears to understand that younger generations evaluate institutions differently than previous generations did. They ask harder questions, they demand clearer answers, and they are less willing to accept privilege without explanation. As a result, William's vision may ultimately represent more than a personal leadership style. It may signal the beginning of a broader transformation that could redefine the monarchy for decades to come. One of the more striking developments in recent years is how the balance of attention within the royal family has shifted. There was a time when Prince William and Prince Harry were widely viewed as a powerful partnership representing the monarchy's future. Together, they symbolized continuity after the loss of Princess Diana and generated enormous public goodwill. Today, that partnership exists only as a memory. As Harry built a new life overseas, William gradually became the undisputed focal point of the monarchy's next generation. With each passing year, his responsibilities have expanded, his public role has grown, his influence within the institution has strengthened.
Ironically, some royal observers argue that Harry's departure may have accelerated this process. Without the constant expectation of presenting a united front alongside his younger brother, William has been free to establish his own identity as a future king. His priorities, public initiatives, and leadership style now receive undivided attention. Rather than sharing the spotlight, he stands alone at the center of the monarchy's long-term plans. This shift does not necessarily mean William wanted the separation. Many reports suggest the breakdown of the brothers' relationship remains deeply painful. However, from a purely institutional perspective, the monarchy has adapted. It has reorganized around a new reality, and that reality places William firmly at the center. But as his influence grows, another challenge continues to emerge, one that could determine how future generations judge the monarchy itself. Across Britain, conversations about royal finances are becoming increasingly difficult to ignore. Questions surrounding property arrangements, estate management, and the distribution of royal resources are no longer limited to newspaper opinion columns. They are becoming part of a broader national discussion about accountability in public life. For many supporters of the monarchy, transparency is not viewed as a threat. In fact, Some argue it is essential for preserving public confidence.
They believe that clearly explaining how royal properties operate, how maintenance is funded, and how revenues are used could strengthen support rather than weaken it. The challenge lies in adapting an institution built on centuries of tradition to an era defined by constant scrutiny and instant access to information. Royal analysts note that the public today expects a level of openness that previous generations never demanded. What may once have been accepted without question now faces detailed examination. This shift is not unique to the monarchy. Governments, corporations, charities, and public institutions around the world face similar pressures. Yet for the royal family, the stakes are particularly high because public trust remains one of its most valuable assets. Lose that trust, and even centuries of tradition can become vulnerable. Which is precisely why many observers believe the next monarch will face a very different set of expectations than any king before him. As debates continue over Prince Harry's separation from royal life, the financial controversy surrounding royal estates, and the changing expectations of the British public, one larger theme connects every story. The monarchy is entering a period of transition, not an abrupt revolution, but a gradual evolution that may ultimately prove just as significant. Prince William increasingly appears to understand that survival in the 21st century requires adaptation.
Reports frequently highlight his interest in projects addressing homelessness, community development, and practical social issues. These initiatives suggest a future king focused not only on ceremonial duties, but also on demonstrating measurable public value. Whether that strategy succeeds remains to be seen, but it reflects a clear awareness of changing expectations. At the same time, Prince Harry's journey continues to serve as a reminder of the personal costs associated with royal life. His story is no longer simply about departure. It is about consequences, identity, and the complex relationship between family loyalty and individual freedom. While the monarchy moves forward, questions surrounding Harry's place within that future remain unanswered. And perhaps that uncertainty is what keeps the story alive. Because beyond the headlines, beyond the controversies, and beyond the public statements, one question still lingers. As William prepares for the crown and Harry watches from afar, what will the British monarchy ultimately become? The answer may already be unfolding before our eyes. While much public attention remains focused on Harry, another development is quietly gaining momentum. Prince William is no longer viewed simply as the future king. Increasingly, he is being viewed as a leader actively preparing for the future of the monarchy right now. The transition has been gradual, but it is becoming more visible with each passing year. Observers point to his growing involvement in major initiatives, his increased public profile, and his willingness to address issues that resonate with modern audiences. Unlike previous generations, William appears determined to demonstrate practical relevance rather than relying solely on ceremonial symbolism. Whether discussing homelessness, mental health, environmental concerns, or community development, he consistently positions himself within conversations that matter to contemporary society. This approach reflects a broader understanding of where public expectations are headed. Future monarchs may no longer be judged solely by tradition and heritage. They may increasingly be judged by impact, transparency, and measurable contribution. William appears acutely aware of that reality, and if current trends continue, his reign may arrive with a level of preparation rarely seen in modern royal history. The question is no longer whether William will inherit the crown. The question is what kind of monarchy he intends to build once he does. Every major institution eventually reaches a moment when it must decide whether to resist change or embrace it. For the British monarchy, many analysts believe that moment is approaching. The challenges are not limited to family disputes or media controversies. They involve broader questions about relevance, accountability, and public trust in the modern era. The monarchy remains one of the most recognizable institutions in the world.
Its history spans centuries. Its traditions carry immense symbolic value. Yet history alone cannot guarantee future support.
Younger generations increasingly evaluate institutions through a different lens. They expect openness, they expect transparency, they expect clear justification for privilege and influence. These expectations are reshaping public conversations across every sector of society. Within this environment, the monarchy faces both risk and opportunity. Adapt successfully, and it may emerge stronger than before. Fail to adapt, and support could gradually erode over time. Many commentators believe William understands this reality more clearly than anyone else within the institution. His challenge will not simply be preserving the monarchy. It will be redefining it for a new century. And the decisions made over the coming years may determine whether the crown continues thriving for generations to come. At first glance, this appears to be a story about Prince Harry, his absence from family gatherings, his separation from royal life, his search for a place between two worlds. But when viewed from a wider perspective, the story has become something much larger. It is now a story about the future of the monarchy itself. Harry's journey represents one path, a path defined by independence, personal freedom, and life beyond palace walls. William's journey represents another,
A path defined by duty, responsibility, and the enormous burden of preparing to lead one of the world's most famous institutions. Together, their stories reveal the competing forces shaping the modern royal family. As the monarchy continues evolving, both brothers remain central to its narrative, even if they now occupy very different roles. One stands inside the institution preparing for its future. The other stands outside reflecting on the choices that change his life forever. And perhaps that is why public fascination remains so strong. Because beyond the titles, beyond the headlines, and beyond the controversies, this is ultimately a human story. A story about family, loyalty, ambition, regret, and change. The monarchy will continue. New chapters will be written. New challenges will emerge. But the questions raised by Harry and William's fractured relationship may continue echoing for years to come. And as Britain looks toward the next era of royal leadership, one thing is becoming increasingly clear. The future is already arriving, and it may look very different from the past.